Here's what's making news now around Indiana. Brought to you by Chapman Heating, Air Conditioning and Plumbing. The man for all seasons, Chapman, chapmanheating.com. Well, in this week's Endangered Indiana series, we go to one of Indiana's oldest jails that officially closed its doors after 125 years in March. Designed by one of the state's most celebrated architects who also built the Indiana State Capitol, this jail and sheriff's residence is one of only 2 National Register listed structures in all of Tipton County. But now it's facing demolition. Around Indiana reporter Mary-Rachel Redman has more from Tipton.
Concrete floors, steel beds, and bars. It wouldn't leave you with the warm and fuzzies. Kind of scary, in fact.
Not exactly the words you'd think someone might use to describe a building they're hoping to save. But the Tipton County Jail and Sheriff's residence is steeped in history. A landmark in a town starved for architectural ties to its past.
We have so few buildings here left in our county that are actually of historical significance.
It was the last operating sheriff's residence and jail in the state of Indiana.
But that historic run came to an end earlier this year.
They made the decision to build a new jail several years ago, and that construction just completed, and they moved all the prisoners from this structure into the new jail. So this one became vacant.
And Tipton residents are determined to save it.
It's a beautiful structure. Much of the original woodwork is still intact with a beautiful fireplace, wood mantle still there. There are some original electric fixtures.
This is the upstairs of the sheriff's residence.
At the end of the 19th century, several state governments, especially in the Midwest, required sheriffs to live next door to the county jail. And in the case of Tipton County, the sheriff's family residence was actually attached to the jail. When this residence opened in 1895, it was then lived in all the way to 2006.
It tells us what life was like in the 1890s and the early 1900s. Once treasures like that are gone, they're gone forever. It would be too expensive to try to reproduce a building like this.
I'd like to see it turned into something that the community can come through, maybe take part in some type of retail experience that also exposes them to a display of our past. We all can learn from what's taken place in our history and where we came from. That's my hope, is how we can incorporate it.
Mary-Rachel Redman, Inside Indiana Business.